Ya Tawalu
Kum.
Ya Tawalu Kum. Ya Tawalu
Kum.
Ya Tawalu
Kum.
Ya Tawalu Ya Tawalu Ya Tawalu Ya Tawalu
Happy New Day. It is a great space to be in. Happy New Day. It is a wonderful space to be in right now. I am Oracle Mother Yanisa Mill, Neutral Prime Supreme 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement and the Tawalu Tribe. I greet you with love, peace, joy, and happiness on this amazing day. Happy New Day to everyone that is joining me on Facebook, YouTube, and Messiah Code. Everything is always working out for you. Everything. We acknowledge our team and energies in this sacred space. Galactic star nations of light, archangel, spirit guides, ancestors of the higher realm, the 24 elders, the Orishas, our ancestors, and all that are assisting us right now. We do acknowledge you, the sun, the moon, the stars, the air, the waters, the fires, the earth, the ethers. We do acknowledge the breath that are assisting us right now. Mother Gaia, Mother Father Prime Creator, we acknowledge you now in the sacred space. You are welcome. We are an open channel for source to flow through. For it is the greatest day and the greatest moment and the greatest experience that we are having. And we are very grateful and in tune with allowing this time to happen in our life. We're grateful. And always acknowledging Grandma Charlotte, Mama Rosa, Rabbi Yair, Mama Karen, and my dad, Johnny. My dad, yeah, Johnny. It is an amazing space to be in, acknowledge that are here in this present. We acknowledge total that are assisting us, that are still our energy. And the rabbit energy, dragon energy is flowing through. Purple dragon. The purple dragon is energy. Dragon of abundance. Now let us acknowledge the breath. Let us breathe in for 3, hold for 3, breathe for 3, and hold for 3. And let us begin. Gratitude. All right. Let's get ourselves back up here on the screen. There we go. It is an amazing space to be in. It's a great new day. It's a happy new day. Let us all, connect in the energy. I'm grateful for all those that are connecting with us in this now space that we are here. God's army is the army of creators, is what we're going to be sharing about. God's army is an army of creators, and we are creators. And, my guides were sharing with me that we are creators of our reality. And, it may seem like that we are still talking about the same thing. But my guides are saying we are creators, and we are all in God's army. In the army that we are in God's army. And so we're still talking about the female Messiah is the widow. Tool of choice is the needle and the thread. Color is purple and gold. And it is, she is the right arm. So female Messiah, the widow, and tools are the needle and thread. She is the right arm. And so happy new day to whoever's on the podcast. And we are talking about God's army, the army of creators. God's army, the army of creators. And what is coming right now in this present moment that we were in another army. And we were in another army and we were creating things that were benefiting for that military. And now we are in God's army. We've always been God's army, but we was under a hypnotic spell that we didn't know that we was in God's army and that we were creators. And my guides are saying that, this is what was coming while I was driving. God's army is the army of creators. That where you were once in life creating for another military, and that you was trained to, create another reality in another army. But now you awaken to know that you are of God's army, that you in the military of God, that you are Messiah that's in God's army. So a Messiah, and so the Messiah, the leader, hey Dee, leader, savior of a particular group, one with cause and prepare for war. And so you are in God's army. So in God's army, that in the military, that you are in formation with information, that you are uploaded with, that you are creating this reality. Where when you were in the other army, you were creating, but it was an army of, excuse me, it was an army for, break my hand. It was an army for the lower energies that you were creating, that it was an army of fear, doubt. It was an army of hatred, anger. That the army you were in, it was an army that dis-ease. That's the army you were in. And now you are in the army of source, that you understand that you are in source army, or in the most high army, that that you are aware that you are creator in this army, that you are a leader in God's army. You are a leader, because God's army is an army of creators, and that is creators, that you are making things happen in this army, that you are the creator of your reality in God's army, in this army. So the Messiahs are leaders, saviors of a particular group with the cause of one that is in preparation for war. And so in God's army, this military army, is that you are conquering, or you have conquered, or you are conquering those things that you created when you were in that other army. When you were in that other army, under that other general, under that other captain, you capturing those, and you are deleting those things. Excuse me. You are deleting those orders that you were given to carry out those things for those seasons. And so now you are in God's army, in Source army, that you have been uploaded with new data, new orders, and as the leader, as the captain, as the lieutenant, as the general, as the master. This is where you are. It is not you second guessing, and my guys, second guessing where you are, second guessing of what you're here to do, second guessing your purpose in life. No, you are actually leader. You are information with information, lead information. You are in this place of leadership. That's where you are. You are creator of your reality. So in God's army, are you the army of creators? God's army is creators, because you are now in this position as the leader of your tribe, of your family. You're the leader of your tribe, of your family, of your nation. You are the leader because you are in God's army, and it's the army of creators. It's not second guessing. No, God's army of creators are on the scene now. God's army of creators are the boots on the ground right now. And so I wanted to share that. And God's army, let's say, the Messiah is not merely a man nor a title given by men, but a force that moves through time, shaping those chosen to rise. And that's who we are. We are shaping those chosen to rise. You have risen. You have arrived. And so the Messiah, which is a leader, which is the Lamel, is a leader, a savior of a particular group or cause, but above all, a warrior. You are a warrior, and you are a warrior facing every circumstance, everything in life that you're facing. You are a warrior. You are information with information, uploaded with information, and your DNA is upgraded, activated, upgraded, reset, rebooted. You are the boots on the ground, and not worrying, not doubting. When things change, it means that you have served your purpose where you were, and now you are information, moving information with the next assignment. It is not you doubting and fearing whether you have what it is that you need in order to move to your next level. It's all in you. It's already there. Your purpose is set, because we're moving throughout time and space. We're moving and we're maneuvering through time and space on our journey. We're not here to sit in one place anyway. We're the light that's within the reality. We're the light. We go here, we go there, and whomever needs it, they get it, and we keep moving. And so it is not us getting locked into someone else's personal issues and things. No, we are the boots on the ground right now. God's army is the army of creators. We are that light. We are the light. The army of creators are on the ground. We are the boots on the ground. I love that. And so the war is not fought with sword or shield, but nor with armies that march upon the earth. For the true battle is within. So that true battle is within. And God's army is the army of creators. And the army of creators is at war with themselves, because the battle that they have been fighting, or the battle that they are fighting, is within the mind. And that battle of within the mind is what they came through all their experience up until now. They are masters, leaders over those negative entities, thoughts that have been holding them captive within their own mind. Because when things change within the leader and the savior, it changes for humanity. This is the masters, God's army, creators, the boots on the ground, are changing things in the reality by changing what they are thinking, capturing every thought that is not of the Most High, that is not of God, and capturing it, deleting those programs within the reality. Oh, I love that. The mind is the first kingdom to be conquered, the first city to be defended, and the first temple to be purified. Many have come before, walking the path of Messiah, each wielding weapons not of destruction, but of mastery over self. So this war, God's army, the army of creator, is the mastery over self with emotions, over self with physical, emotionally, mentally, mastering over self, mastering over the physical body, mastering over the lust of the eyes, the lust of the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the lust over all of that. Because within the mastery of self, you mastering this to understand that how the tactics of the other army that you were a part of, this other army that you was enrolled in, that other army that you was marching in, that other army that you were thinking and creating that reality. Now you in God's army, the army of creators, that you understand that all those things that you created are the battle that you having to fight within your own mind. Because the only battle in your mind is your own thoughts that you created, that you were in that military army, that those thoughts in your mind. So you have to master the master of self, master your own thoughts, is that you're capturing your own thoughts that you designed, that you created, thoughts about yourself, that you wasn't no good, that you wasn't going to amount to anything, that you had to operate in a lower dimension, a lower frequency, of a lower vibration of fear, capturing all those thoughts because you were leader. And so when you were in that other army, military army, you were moving it within that rhythm. You was on that frequency. You was on that timeline. And now you in God's army. You awaken in God's army, the army of creators. God's army are creators. They are creative. God's army is an army of creators that are creative within their reality. And they are creating their heaven on earth. When I say heaven on earth, they are creating a life of joy, a life of peace, a life of happiness, because they've gone through and they've seen and they've served their time in that other military. That's how you woke up in the matrix. That's how you answered the call, because you had served your time in that military. And now you've been upgraded now within the army of God, because you are awakened. Because everything that army, that battle that you are fighting is the battle that you created. It's the battle that you designed. It's the battle that you kept. That's the battle that you created through your thoughts. That's the battle in your mind that you have to, that war that you have to fight, because you designed that. You created that. And so those thoughts and things in your world that you created, it's in your mind. You have to master them. It's the mastery of self. Ashe. Gratitude. Okay, I can see it. Moses lifted his staff to part the sea, but the greatest sea he parted was the doubt within his own heart. And so the doubt that's in your own heart, the doubt that you a failure, that you were going to be a failure, that you wasn't going to make it, that you got to stay up under somebody else authority. No, that's the doubt. Those are low frequency that you have to master over yourself, because that battle is in your mind. That battle ain't in nobody else's mind. They got their own battle. You got your own battle. You got your own world. You have to have it's self mastery of self. God's army is the army of creators. You created a reality that in that other army, and now you in God's army. You woke in God's army to realize that you created that reality. But you got to master. Self-mastery is override the data, override the program that you designed in that other army. You got to override that. You got to create your own reality. You got to speak life to yourself. You got to know that you are more than a conqueror. You got to know that you are a leader. You got to know that you are powerful. You got to know that you are whole, that you are perfect, that you are strong, that you are powerful, that you are loving, that you are harmonious. You got to know this. In God's army, you have to know it, because God's army is the army of creators. Remember, you were in that other army. You signed up for that army. And that army, when you signed up, you were unconscious, and you were moving according to the rhythm of that other army. You was up under another lieutenant. You was marching with their rhythm, and now you answered the call. You in God's army. You woke, you awakened in God's army, the army of creators, and you mastering the thoughts that's in your mind that you created. This is self-mastery. This is self-mastery. In God's army of creators is self-mastery. That you're rising above what you created when you was in that other military. I say on that. I say to that. David held a sling against Goliath, but his true battle was against the fear that whispered within him. So the battle is really inside of all of us. The battle is in us. The battle is not out there, it's in us. Remember, we created that reality. And now we, as self-mastery, we're rising above that Goliath. The fear is something we have to master above. We have to rise above the fear and understand that fear is just a mouse in the corner with a megaphone. It's just appearing to be something real, but it's not something real. You are more powerful and stronger. Goliath is just an illusion. It's not even as it portrays it to be. It's an illusion because it appears to be something strong, but it's not something strong. So actually, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. There's nothing that you can't do because you are in God's army, the creator. God's army is an army of creators. It's not an army for weak ones. It's a military of God's army is a army of the best children of the best 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 that's in this army, because it's an army of messiahs. It's an army of messiahs, leaders. They are leaders, they're saviors of a particular group with a cause, and one that is in preparation for war. They are not waiting on war. They already know war. They see it before it comes. They're cutting down those weeds and things that were in their garden. They're cutting it down because they're changing how they think. They're changing the thoughts that's in their mind. They're plucking up the weeds. God's army is an army of creators, and they are the boots that are on the ground right now. They are changing the whole reality, because the moment you change what you think, it changes the reality. It changes the channel. You got the flicker. It's flicking. It changes things in the present moment reality right now. I love that. Yeshua carried no blade, yet his words cut deeper than any weapon, dividing truth from falsehood, light from darkness. The words that you speak have power. The words that you speak have power. Your journey, your words that you speak, you are conscious and aware that the very conversations that you carry out, hold with people throughout the day have power. Let me say that again. The very conversations that you hold with people on a daily basis have power. They're not just words that you just conversating. It's just like you just holding it. No, those words have power. This is in God's army to know that your words have power, that your words change things into reality. This is where the master knows that, hey, I'm a creator. So as in the army of God, the army of creators, that everything about me creates. So I'm choosing what I speak. I'm choosing what I speak out of my mouth because it creates. I love that. Muhammad rode into battle with a sword, yet his greatest victory was over the self that must submit before it can rule. You are a leader, a savior of a particular group with a cause, and one that is in preparation for war. Understanding the war is within the mind. The battle is within the mind. The battle and the war is within you. Mastering yourself, self-mastery, overriding the program that you created. Rising above that, hitting the delete button. Hitting the delete button and upgrading your system, sparking your own system, I say. Because the only way to do that is from within. The only way to change the program is from within. The only way to awaken is from within. I love that. So the rod, the staff, the bow, the arrow, the sword, the laser, and the hammer, each are symbolic of the war within. See, the world is an illusion. So as above, so below. So the illusional war, that's everything that's going on out there, is what's going on inside many people's body, within their mind. So it's going on within them. So the war, the pain, the suffering, the doubt, the fear, the jealousy, the angry, unity, not having unity, not being together as a community, all that's going on inside. All that's going in, that's all that's going on inside. But love within is love outside. But when there is war outside, you're looking at war through your eyes, that's war inside. And so God's army, the army of creators, are creating that reality of peace so that you can see that through the lenses of source, so that you can see it through the lenses of God, because you are no longer up under that military of fear, that military leader of fear, that lieutenant anymore, or that general. You're not under those captains anymore. You are wholeness with source energy. So you're no longer under fear, doubt, envy, jealousy, hatred. You're no longer under that. You are wholeness with source, creator, because the army of God is full of creators that are creating. That's why you hear the boots on the ground. You're creating. You're speaking life within this reality. You are raising up out of hell, because third dimension is hell. It is hell. And hell, remember, Hasatan was kicked down to the third heaven. So the third heaven is hell. So when we talk about hell, we're talking about a lower parts of you, or the lower dimension of you. And so raising yourself up out of hell to heaven in the ascension, on the way back to heaven, because the lower part of you was up under that military, that you were everything but source. You were everything but source. And you were unconscious, but you're raising up out of that to understand that you are no longer up under that old program anymore. I love that. So on this journey, so we're still, let me shift. We're going to read just a couple pages out of the cube. Master Key Application 12.6.8. Captain's Log. Chapter 2. How the cube traps consciousness. A broader logic. 1. If you want to really break free from the cube, you first have to understand its deeper mechanics. This isn't about a simple box you can punch your way out of. It's about a system that layered into your very perception. The cube is a trap because it wraps around your mind, your emotions, your actions, even the way you imagine freedom. It's a multi-level prison built not just matter, but on meaning. You are locked into the cube because you were taught to think like it. You were taught to think like, that's when you were in that other army. You was up under that other leader. You was up under that military, that general, that lieutenant, captain. You didn't know that you were a leader, that you were Messiah. So you were taught to like it. You was taught like it, move like it, and build your reality based on its shape. The cube is more than physical. It's a psychological and spiritual structure. It operates on what I call fractal logic, meaning it repeats itself on every level of life. Your cells are cubic. Your house are cubic. Your cities are grids of cubes. Your schooling is cubed into subjects. Your weeks are boxed into 7 days cycles. Your life is organized into box expectations. Go to school, get a job, pay bills, retire, and die. Every system you move through is based on cube dynamics. You think you're living, but you're actually looping through different rooms of the same prison. Look at the angles. The cube teaches you to move in straight lines, right angles, a false movement, because nothing in nature moves that way. Nothing in nature moves in a straight line. We teach our children, they teach our children to walk in a straight line. Natural spirals, natural curves. Trees don't grow in straight lines. Rivers don't flow in straight lines. Energy itself doesn't move in a cube. It flows in spirals, in torus fields, expanding, contracting, and constant motions. The cube conditions you to fear anything that's not linear. They said straight lines meant intelligence, meant success, meant order, but it was always about control. Walk in line, hands to your side. Put your finger over your lip. It's all about control. It's all about program. The cube even boxed time itself, seconds, minutes, hours, little walls when you can take a lunch break. Your lunch is from 12 to 1. You know, the speed limit is this here. The red light, the green light, the blue light. It's all about control. Little walls placed around your consciousness to divide your experience. You were born into a grid of days, scheduled out before you even knew your own name. This is why you feel trapped even when you are doing everything right, because time was never meant to be broken into blocks. Time is a river, but the cube makes you walk it like a staircase, up and down, thinking you are moving forward when you're really staying in place. Education, box your mind early. Every subject separated. Science here, math there, history somewhere. Also, literature tucked away. No bending, no blending, no connection, but life itself is blended. Knowledge is one stream. A cube cut that stream into squares and fed it to you piece by piece. You weren't educated. You were fragmented. You were taught to think. You were taught to obey. Box category. Genesis 11:4. And they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top reaches into the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves." So the heaven, remember, the mind is heaven. "Let us be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth." The body is the earth. Explanation. This verse began the Tower of Babel story, which represents the human trap. Humans attempt to construct a cube-like a system to reach the divine by architecture, as well as spiritual alignment. It connects to the distorted lens of man's physical attachment. It connects to the distorted lens of men's physical attachment of what he thinks as his perception of God. They reach unity through symmetry. The tower, using divine resonance, spiraling. And the cube didn't stop at your mind. It fractured your soul too. It separated logic from emotions, the body from the spirit, the past from the future. It turns you against yourself. That's why people walk around feeling like they're in pieces. Part of them want to heal, and part of them want to stay angry. Part of them dreams. Part of them gives up. That's not natural. That's the cube tearing you apart inside. But you, God's army, is the army of creators. You woke up in the matrix. You answered the call. In broader logic, you have to see the cube for what it really is, a structure that feeds on fragmentation. The more divided you are, the easier you are to manage. The more you don't know yourself, the more you are easy to manage. The more you don't know yourself, the more they can control you. You spend all your energy fighting yourself, so you have no energy left to see the walls, much less climb over them. So you spend more energy fighting, the walls and those things around you, being at war against your loved one, being at war against things in the world. You have no energy really to fight what's really the battle, which is the thoughts that's in the mind. Another trap of the cube is movement without true motions. You think you're making progress because you're busy. You're not making progress because you're busy. You're being distracted. That's what's happening. You're being distracted. Go here, do this, do this, do this, do this. Work, home, cook, clean, look out the children. Distraction. No time for self. No time for self-mastery. You think you're making progress because you're busy. You're moving from task to task, from box to box. But busy doesn't mean free. But busy is just another form of captivity. The cube specializes in making you mistake activity for achievement. The second trap is inversion. The cube teaches you that slavery is freedom, that war is peace, that obedience is strength. You defend your own prison, thinking it's a fortress. You protect your oppressor, thinking it's your savior, when you are the savior. Exodus 13:12. That thou shalt set apart unto the Lord all that open the matrix. And we know that the matrix is the womb. Everything inside the cube is upside down, because that's the only way the prison can maintain itself without you rising up against it. Everything is flipped upside down. You are the master. You are the savior. You are the leader. It's flipped upside down because it's programmed for you to see that they are the leader. They are the savior. They are the master. That's when they say jump, you say how high. That's when they say go here, you go. Because you don't know yourself. You didn't know yourself. Broader logic shows you that real freedom is not flipping sides of the same. Real freedom is stepping outside the cube completely. It's moving beyond duality. It's understanding that you are not supposed to pick a side. You're supposed to transcend the whole setup. You are the master, the leader, the savior, the creator, the writer, the actor, the producer, the director. You're not choosing sides. You're the whole picture. You're seeing the whole vision of this thing, how to reconstruct the whole entire picture of things in life. It's not you choosing this one or this. No. White, black, blue, green, purple. No. You're seeing the whole vision because you are the creator of the reality. God's army is an army of creators. You watching and seeing the whole setup, the play, how things are played out. I love that. The cube traps you through your senses too. It manipulates your eyes to only see the edge. Angles, not the space between things. It narrows your hearing to catch only sounds that reinforce the grid. It conditions your touch, your taste, your smell to expect confinement, to crave repetition, to find comfort in the familiar patterns of the prison. But energy doesn't move that way. Consciousness doesn't grow that way. Real sight is spiral. Real hearing is layered. Real touch feels beyond texture. To be whole again, you have to awaken the broader sense you were born with but forgotten you had. Which means you got to go all the way in and operate from the dot. The whole setup. You have to understand the whole setup, the play that's been playing in the Matrix. You have to understand the play, the game of life, what's been playing. You have to know, you have to see the whole setup, not just one part of it, but the whole setup. One of the deepest traps is hope without direction. The cube gives dreams, but they are box dreams. Dreams of success inside the system. Dreams of escape that still keep you into another cube. You climb one wall and find yourself in another cell. Hope because a change when it's boxed. In broader logic, hope must be rewired into vision. Write your vision. Make it plain. You are creator in God's army. You're not in that army. You're in God's army, because God's army is an army of creators, the creator of their own reality. You actually see the scene, assessing the scene. I've given that before, illustration. When one is taking CPR in first aid, the first thing they teach you is assess the scene. To see you seeing it, you observing things to see if it's safe for you to move or to assist the individual that need assistance. But you're seeing the whole picture in life. That's the awakened. The vision knows the difference between climbing a stairway in a prison and walking into open sky. The last layer of the trap is imitation. Inside the cube, you are taught to copy, not to create. Remember, you in God's army, you are creator. To follow trends, to mimic authority, to repeat formulas. Originality is punished. Spontaneity is crushed. You are taught that safety lies in sameness. It doesn't. You are creator. But sameness is death to the soul. You are creator. Remember, you are not to fit. You are not here to fit in the crowd. You are here to stand out. You are here to create the reality. You're here for self-mastery. Creation is the true rebellion. Every time you create something original, a thought, a song, a move, a strategy, you punch a hole through the cube skin. That's why true creators are dangerous to the system. True creators are dangerous to the system because you're not operating in the same program. Because see, God's army is the army of creators. So you are a danger to the system because you're not operating in the program that they programmed for you to operate in. I've shaded that. You're dangerous to the system. They can't be boxed. They can't be fooled. They can't be controlled. They can't be programmed. They can't be predicted. You were born with the blueprint for creation inside you. But the cube trained you to bury it. The cube trained you to bury it, to trade it for templates and trends. You must dig it back up. You must become spiral again. In broader logic, a spiral is stronger than a square. A spiral absorbs force and grows stronger. A cube absorbs force and stiffens. Then cracks under too much pressure. When you move in spirals mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you move beyond predictable angles. You surprise the system. You evade the trap. You grow in ways the cube can't calculate. Look at nature again. Tornado spiral, galaxy spiral, DNA spirals, life itself spirals and moves in spirals. Star spiral. Why would you, as a living being, move in a square? Because you were taught to fear the unknown. The unknown looks like chaos from inside the cube, but the unknown is where real creation begins. To spiral out, you must embrace the unknown. To spiral out is that you must embrace the unknown, the things you were taught to fear. The unknown looks like chaos from inside the cube, but the unknown is where real creation is. To spiral out, you must embrace the unknown. You must be willing to look different inside the cube. You must risk being misunderstood, mocked, rejected, because only those who leave the cube can only see beyond it. You must be willing to be different, the change. You must be willing to be different, the change. That's it, because you're a threat to the system. Every wall you thought was solid is just a frozen perception. Every ball you thought that was unbreakable is just an agreement you didn't know you signed. When you stop agreeing to be small, to be boxed, to be repetitive, the cube starts to lose its hold. I am a leader. I am a savior. I am a creator. Broader logic will show you that your mind is not supposed to be storage units. In other words, you're not the storage that all the old data have been downloaded in there and running that old program. No, you're a creator. You're God's army, the army of creators. It's supposed to be a generator, not a box to hold information, but to fire to create worlds. The cube teaches memorization. Broader to logic teaching realization. Realization is when you don't just know the walls are there. You know how to walk right through them. You cannot dismantle the cube with cube thinking. You must change the geometry of your mind. You must think curved. You must think dynamic. You must think broad beyond the edge. You cannot serve two masters, the cube and creation. In other words, you cannot remain trapped into the old system. You are a creator. You must choose which geometry will guide you. If you choose the cube, you remain trapped. If you choose the spiral, you begin to ascend. Choose the spiral to ascend. You answered the call. Broader logic is the pathway. It's not easy. It's not predictable. It's not linear, but it's real. Inside the cube, your energy is infinite. It's finite. It runs out. It collapses. Finite. It runs out. It collapses. Outside the cube, your energy is infinite because you are plugged directly into the source without a wall between you. The cube was only ever strong because you forgot you were strong. The cube was only strong because we forgot that we were strong. We forgot that we were the master. We forgot that we were the leader. We forgot that we were the savior. We forgot that we are the creator. Remember who you are, and you remember how to spiral out. Cool. Yeah. We're still, the Secrets of Halloween. God's army is the army of creators. And we're reading out of the Master Key Application 10.3.1, The Secrets of Halloween. Heroic costumes and superpowers of the coming messiahs. Matthew 2:16. Then Herod, when he saw that he had been tricked by the wise man, became furious, and he sent and killed all the male children in Bethlehem and all that region who were 2 years old and under, according to the time that he had ascertained from the wise men. They will try to kill you as well. Unseen blot, often referred to as the lightning bolt, is indeed a real life hero. When it comes to sprinting, his life story is nothing short of inspiring. Born on August the 21st, 1986, in a small town of Sherwood, content in Jamaica, Usain faced a challenging childhood. He grew up in a humble environment and every passion was cricket, not sprinting. However, his speed was undeniable. It was until the age of 12 that his coach noticed the extraordinary sprinting potential, encouraged him to focus on track and field. Usain's hard work, dedication, and the devoted support of his family allowed him to rise through the ranks. My guys are saying that, I'm hearing that your gifts, your talents are for God's army, the creators in God's army. But they will try to influence you, convince you that those gifts don't exist. Those superpowers that you have is for God's army. It's for God's army because you are an army of creators. And the system painted the picture, in other words, to use those gifts and talents. Many are still under that hypnotic spell that those talents and things that they're using for the other in that other army. But you, God's army, the army of creators, the messiahs, the leaders, the saviors, a particular group with a cause and one that is in preparation for war. Your gifts and talents, your gifts is for God's army. You are the leader. You are a savior. Happy New Day. Happy New Day, Nicholas. He did. I'm just going to name a couple of them. We said Usain, Akon, African American. The real Batman of Africa is Akon. These are some ones you can look at. The real Black Panther, Fred Hampton. Black Panther Party. Magic Johnson, Wolverine. He demonstrated true strength and resilience in the face of adversity. Spider-Man, Miles Morales. All right, have an amazing day. Emerged from the group of young individuals who saw the world as their web of knowledge. There's a lot of superheroes that we are that in God's army. But many of the gifts and talents of God's army have been taken and they're using their yes, honey. Nicholas, you need these every other day. What's going on?
Bubble.
Yeah, but why you need them every other day?
Bubble.
You know you talk so well that you can say potty.
Yeah.
We're going to start doing that? You know you're a superhero?
Yeah.
So take your coat off. I'm going to put these Pampers right here, okay? Can I put them right there?
Yeah.
Take your coat off. Uh-huh. All right. We're about to get off because you little boys are so busy. You need my attention. And every day in your...
Yellow.
You need help?
Yeah.
Help, please. Help, please. Can you say help?
Yeah.
Say help,
You.
please.
You.
All right, I'll help. Now, you got it? All right. You want to play with the car? Or you want to sit on my lap? You want to sit on my lap?
Yeah.
Come on. You want to talk to the people on every other day, Nicholas. I think they loving you.
I do.
I see him.
Thank you.
He's taking off his jacket. Okay, so you want to say something to the people because I'm about finished.
Like it?
No, yeah, talk to them. Say something.
Thank you. Boom.
Coon. Say it again.
Go.
That's it. Coon.
Go.
And my co-host is Nicholas Bird. My other co-host is Nick Bird. We are so happy and grateful that all of you have joined us on our podcast. Well, a happy new day to be. It's a happy new day to be alive, right? Happy new day,
Over there.
right? And so we thank all of y'all for walking this journey with us.
Dada.
Yeah. Say, may your day be filled with lots of joy.
Dada.
Yes. So Nicholas is
Go.
Coon. Nicholas is co-host number 2.
Go.
Nicholas.
Nick.
Nick is co-host number 3.
Nick. What?
Say, I see it. You see yourself?
Nick, watch
Yes, they're watching you.
you.
I'm right here too. Grandma's right here. All right, so that's where we are. We are in the army of God, but we are an army of creators. And everything that we have created, we are pushing the delete button on that. And every day we're going through life creating, planting positive seeds within our garden. So I see that, Didi.
Go.
Here, it's a coon day to day. Coon.
Go.
That means everything is working out for you. Everything is happening for you. Yes, I like it. Everything is always working out. Everything has already worked out for you. The mind is the battlefield. Yes, the mind is the battlefield, and he who controls the thoughts controls the reality. He controls the mind, controls your life. And so we are in God's army, and we are the army of creators. And we are changing things in this now present moment. Just a couple of announcements before I get off. And those announcements is 1221. Let me just say, the Wallow is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation. And so 1221 is here in Charlotte. Karen's Kitchen Love Day 1221. We're in Charlotte. Our location is West Sugar Creek Road and Reagan Avenue here in Charlotte. So setup time is at we'll start serving at 3 p.m. Yes, my glasses. Leave them. Thank you. 3 p.m. is when we're going to start serving and feeding 200 plus people. Yes, we are feeding 200 plus people. It can be done. It is being done because we're operating in the now energy. And so if you are wanting to be a volunteer, make sure you message us and give us your information so we can put you on the list. So when we send out the information, to let you know where to report to, and so you get the right information for that. Hey, Lisa, happy new day. I got 2 co-hosts with me today, and they're doing a great job. Right, Nicholas?
All right.
Look at the camera, Nicholas. Nicholas, look at yourself. You see yourself? Look at you blinking your eyes like that for it. Anyway, so that's 1221 here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Karen's Kitchen Love Day. West Sugar Creek and Reagan Avenue is the location. We will start serving at 3 p.m. until all food is gone. And if you still want to be a volunteer, we're still receiving volunteers, so you can take a part in that. Not only that, January we have Pilgrim's Vacation coming up, and then from February to even when you're a co-host, each one of the hosts get to talk. So it's my turn. So can you let me talk?
Yeah.
Okay. The February to May is our 90-day water fast cleansing. Revenge Body Book. You can get that off of Amazon, so you can start reading, and I encourage you to go ahead and start reading. It's got a lot of affirmations in there because it was a book that really helped me with that as well. And then we also have what's coming up. Of course, we have the October Raw Reset going on right now. So we are on day number 23, almost done. It's never too late. It's always in the now energy. So October Raw Reset is happening right now. The change is you. You change from one commander to know that you are the commander, to know that you are the leader, that you are the savior, that you are the master of your reality. So this is where you are in life, that it's nobody else doing it. It's you creating that reality.
Go.
Reality.
Go.
Don't forget about the website. Don't forget about the Facebook page. And you wanted to send a donation to help purchase paper products.
Mama.
Yes, that's Miss Camille.
Yeah.
Miss Camille, that's me too. You're right.
That's me.
Yeah, that's her.
That's mine.
That's Naya. That's right. And Gwen.
That's mine.
That's her. I'm there. And
That's mine.
yes, it is. So also, if you would like to send a donation for you heard it.
My papa.
Paper products like plates, plates, cups, spoon, forks, napkins, water, and a necklace.
That's mine.
You guys want to go in there?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and go. All right, I'll see you later. Tell them about Sekum.
Go.
All right. Bye-bye. See you later. I love my co-hosts. They are so lovable. And so, yeah, if you would like to send donations for paper products and things, we love to have you take part in that. But, everything always works out for us. It's going to happen. We just give people opportunity to be, to plant seed and to receive. What happened? You came back?
Yeah.
You need me?
Yeah.
What you need?
Me.
You need me?
Yeah. I want to take it.
Okay, go take it. Take it, Miss Cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, go give it to her. I'll see you later. I love what I do when I do what I love. They are so precious. When I say I'm grateful to be in this position where I am, I'm really grateful. These babies teach me something every day. Every day. These little ones, they just teach me something. Their love alone is so powerful. I learned from my own experience how to see the light through them. That they don't have no problems. I very rarely see them. They don't worry about stuff, and that's how in God's army, that's how we supposed to function. Don't worry about nothing. That other military army that we were in, we were worrying about things. We don't need to worry. It says, don't worry, be happy. Every little thing is gonna be all right. So it's all gonna be all right. So yeah, and I love that because these babies teach us so much, and that's why I share with the staff is that when you get down with them, because they bring a message. They've been with the ancestors, a while, and then they come here and they bring the message to us. And I share that with them. I said, you're not too old to learn anything. And what has happened with us as adults, we don't forget how to play. We forgot how to be children. The children are happy. We forgot how to get down and play with them. Our inner child has been screaming out like, come on, let's play. The part of you that you didn't even get to do, that part, I want to play. I play with my babies. I'm down on the floor. I'm on the floor with the babies in the baby room and rocking and hugging them and talking to them, communicating with them. And that's where, your inner child wants to do that with you. And get out of that box, get out of that cube that you like, that program, like that robot that you just got to be got to be the adult all the time. Get out of that and let your inner child come out and play with you. You know, play with your children. And come on, babe. You keep coming to grandma. Come on, there's a reason why you keep coming to me. Come on. You keep coming back to me. Yeah. That's your block. You can have it. That's your block. Grandma said you can have it. You see how he keeps coming back in here to me? It's not that he can't go in there and play. He just want to keep coming back and play with me and sit on my lap. Yeah. Hi, Jasmine. And so, Jasmine knows what I'm talking about. Working with children at daycare, because, and Lisa knows what it is. How, you know, those that work with children understand that these babies have a pure heart. All they know is love. Ooh, achoo. Nothing came out, but I'm gonna be ready. You back too? Well, you got to. But understanding that, you know, your life, we can learn. Please. Can I have one, please? Can you give your brother one, please? Can you share with your brother? You took all of them. I'm going to give your brother one. Oh, that's so nice of you. So, in life, if you realize that humbleness is everything that you learn from children, because children are like, they're innocent. They don't know any mean things until they are programmed with that. You know, they don't know how to fight until somebody teach them how to fight. They don't know negative words until somebody teach them that. So that's the same way we came through, you know. What about me? Can I have this one? Can I have it? You can have it back. Thank you. I love how you're sharing with your brother. See, they don't know any difference, you know, until somebody, as an adult, they come in and teach them that. We are all love. And this is where we go through our life with all love, being all love. We're the change that we want. We're the change that we want the world to be. Because it's only our world that can change. And so, as I was saying that, the donation, thank you so much. Y'all are so busy. Thank you for the donations. Donations, paper plate, cups, spoons, napkins. We talking about to the go boxes, and that's, you know, that's something that you can do if you would like to. We're not, you know, we're not begging people to do that. I just want you to give from your heart. Volunteer from your heart. Okay. So how about this, Nicholas? Nicholas, can you say coon?
Coon.
Both of y'all got coon.
Coon.
Oh yeah, and the Pen Pal Ministry, and hold down, Nicholas, so you don't hit me in my face. Hold down. The Pen Pal Ministry, so that hey, all right, go to Miss Cookie. I'm gonna see you guys later. All right. Yeah. See you later. I'm coming. Yes, I'm coming. Yes, you can learn a lot from children. Tell them about it. You work at child care. I think Lisa has child care skills, and Dee Dee too. But you know, on our journey, we've been in God's army. We were chosen for this right here. And a lot of people just take jobs just to take jobs. You can take a job, but if you don't have that calling and that love, then you ain't gonna be comfortable there. I'm serious. I tell people that all the time. When people come in for an interview for a job, I observe them, and because whatever's inside of your heart is still gonna come out. You can fool me sometimes, you know, with just like, oh, I love children. You know, I got all these skills, many years of experience with children. Then you put them in the classroom, you observing them, and they, you know, jerking on children and stuff. And then I have to run in there and say, hey, this ain't the place for you. I'm serious. I don't hold back. Nicholas is back again. What happened? Why you got that look on your face? You okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's chill out. We're about to get out. So in God's army, it requires you to be able to function in different on different levels in this military. You got to be able to move with source. Because if you don't have the love in your heart, then you ain't gonna be in the right position. And being in the right position, you ain't gonna move the right way. So I'm telling you, you got to know your position as being in the military or being in God's army. Thank you, sir. Thank you for protecting me. So yeah, don't forget about the Pen Pal ministry, the book ministry, and the blanket ministry. And don't forget, as I'm sharing with that, I decided that Nicholas, what you doing? Open your mouth. I think you just like the tissue. I'm gonna make sure I wipe my keyboard out here. Nicholas, cover your mouth. And so yes, hats, gloves, socks, and scarves is something that I decided that we want to also give to the people that we are being of service to. And yeah, Nicholas having a ball over here. He just loved being on his grandma's lap. Nicholas, they looking at you. Yeah, don't swing it, because I don't want y'all hitting me in the face with that. It's so nice of y'all to share. Yeah, tower. Tower. Yours, yes. That's Nick's, yes, his Nick. I love it. Give me a high five. Give me 5. Good words. I love it. So yeah, so those are the things that we're doing here at the Wallow. The Wallow, as I said, is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation. So you can, take part. Facebook, look us up, message us here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We give you all the necessary information. We have PayPal. What else we got? Because y'all got my brain going in so many places. We got PayPal, we have Zelle, and we also have Cash App, and we also have the GoFund for Karen's Kitchen. And shout out to all of you that have already been sending donations. As I said, there's nothing too small. There's nothing too small. Everything goes. Everything is used. So I wanted to thank you so much for all that have taken part. And I'm gonna have to get off. Yes, I'm surrounded in love. This is all day, y'all. This is all day. My door be closed. These babies, my babies, are only, some of them, stand up, nigga, I want you to are 1. And I have one that she's 1, and that's Paisley. Paisley has so much strength. She pushes the door open, and it'll fly open. And she'll come in here just to get a hug, and then she'll go back. And I just love it. I love where I am. Honestly, I love it. I'm right here where I am because of them. They picked me. They chose me to be me. They chose me to be right here. And I love it. So being where you are and loving what you do is your purpose in life. If you love what you do, then you're not walking in your purpose. And I love it. I love what I do. So that is all we have to share on that. Nicholas, you have anything to say? Because we getting ready to get off. You got anything to tell the people? Talk to them. All right, that's it. We all done. I am love. I give love. I receive love. I accept love. I am walking in abundance. I am fulfilling my purpose. I am connected to all. Unconditional love is my guide. There's one truth, one law. I create. I am a divine being having a divine human experience here in the heart on planet Earth. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Coon. 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 You want to say? Come on here so they can see you. They can say. Coon. See, until we connect again. Say shalom. Say be happy. All day. Everything is always happening for you. Coon.
Coon.
All right. I'm shutting down, guys. I'm shutting down. All right. Get your blocks. All right. Peace, love, and light. Have an amazing day. Thank you for riding with me on this early rise. Everything is always happening for us. Remember, in God's army, we are the army of creators creating our heaven on earth. Let's roll, let's flow, and let's move it. Let's make it happen. Because this is the best day of our life. Shalom. Got it?